Bonjour, buenos dias, magandang umaga. Welcome to my Chamber of Chakras. And thank you for joining me on another episode of Astro Affirmation for December 6, 2022. Tomorrow is the full moon in Gemini, which will apex here in the Inland Empire at 8:07 p.m. It will be the longest time the moon will be visible above the horizon because it is so close to the winter solstice. The winter solstice is a time of the year when the earth tilts the farthest or the nearest, depending on where you are on earth, whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, where I'm at, the sun will be farthest south, and in the southern hemisphere, it will be farthest north. I know, it's confusing and hard to conceptualize, but basically, it's a time when the Earth's axis is at its maximum tilt. As a result, the days become shorter and the nights become longer. This coming full moon is named by Native Americans as the cold moon because it happens during the coldest time of the year. Other Native American tribes call it the long night's moon because it is a time when it gets dark so soon that anyone could do is stay inside in the house and then go to sleep. It's hibernation time for the bears and conservation time for the trees. This morning, I noticed my pecan tree that towers over my balcony is changing the color of its leaves to yellow, the color of the day. The color of the solar plexus chakra. And that is the topic of our coffee talk today. So I was out there on this cloudy day smoking my tobacco and being in the spirit when I looked up at my pecan tree. All of a sudden, this leafy branch fell on the table right in front of me, as though the tree threw it at me saying, "I want to be in your video today." And I said, "Yes, you can be on my video." It says goodbye also, because soon there will be no leaves left on that tree and will look dead until it sprouts new leaves in the spring. I said, "Yes, I know you're leaving. Good night, tree. Have a restful retirement. Sleep well." Speaking of the Native Americans, today I am dressed like Tanana of Disney's Brother Bear. She had her hair like this, and she had a jacket kind of like this. Anyway, it's an animated movie about three brothers' journey to live up to their totems. I won't spoil it for you, so I'll stop right there. My daughter, TLC, short for Trinity Lauren Connolly, shared with me this film this morning because she said I remind her of the shaman woman who plays the leader of the fictional Inuit tribe. I super loved it, and I highly recommend it as a movie to watch for all ages, especially now during this Aquarian age when time is art. a renaissance of innovation in technology for trading creative expressions through art, music, theater, and literature. The liberation of emotions, feelings, perceptions, and the sense of oneness with all creation. A meaningful exchange of ideas, inspiration and imagination leading up to a greater understanding of each other through art. Paintings, animation, movies, songs, poetry, novels. In today's society, we have so much technological mediums to display the cards we were dealt with, to share our hero's journey, to teach what we have learned from our earthly experience, just as I am doing here on YouTube. I am wearing this jacket that I bought years ago, I'd say 20 years ago, at least, from Marshall's. It was just sitting there on top of a rack. And you know, I'm not much a shopper at all. I'd much rather have a buyer pick out my clothes than me having to look for them. But this jacket caught my eye and it said, "Buy me, make me your own." So I did. And it's my favorite jacket. It's real suede. This Pueblo guy I used to work with at San Manuel asked me, "How many cows did you kill to make that jacket?" And I said, "Just one." Yeah, my daughter TLC got me this pin that I put on this jacket. It says, "Talk Jamie to me." Jamie is the leading main character of the epic TV show Outlander, and he expresses his appreciation of women in such heartfelt ways with romantic words and phrases that every woman wants to hear from their man. It's kind of like the energy of the full moon occurring tomorrow. It will be an astrological sign of Gemini, and it will occult Mars. Mars, the initiator, the warrior. And it just happens that Mars is also in retrograde motion. Well, explain occult, right? Means hidden. And retrograde means the planet looks like it's going backwards from our perspective on Earth. So in addition to the moon being fully illuminated by the sun, it's hiding retrograde Mars from our sight and aligning with the seventh brightest star in the night sky, Rigel, one of the stars in the warrior constellation, Orion. At the same time, the sun and Uranus are forming an irritation triangle. So what is the influence of this planetary transit and aspect? Well, let me tell you. Full moons signify completion. Whatever you're working on, the full moon is the ideal time to complete it. Being that Mars is retrograde means the warrior in us is rethinking, reformulating, reviewing its battle strategy before charging ahead. Being that the full moon is hiding Mars from our vision means introspection of the situation and investigation of the case at hand. It's going inward and fighting the battle within, meeting yourself in secret and having a heart-to-heart talk with your spirit to understand and ultimately defeat your enemy. Most of the time, that's yourself. Okay, so enough astros. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Oh yeah, Mulan. Yes, the color of the day is yellow. Yellow. Mellow yellow. Bright yellow. Amarillo. As my granddaughter Lily would say, the color of the sun, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura in Sanskrit. Bright yellow dandelions and marigolds to power up the fire in our bellies. Manipura means lustrous gem or the city of jewels. This spinning wheel of energy in our core, in our spine, is our gut instincts to support and protect our life force. You know, the truth of us, to stand up for it. It is a vortex vibrating vigorously to give us the courage to face our fears and bravery to battle the demons that infiltrate our lives to destroy us. The solar plexus chakra is the third spinning wheel in our core, the power generator of our circuitry to metabolize food that gives us the energy to do work, the stamina to keep on trucking. It's the perfect time to awaken the solar plexus chakra by meditating and chanting the mantra, Ram. Go out in the sun. It's quite cloudy here in the Inland Empire at present, but the bright light of Daystar penetrates even the darkest cloud on the gloomiest day. Eat yellow fruits like banana. Make lemonade with fresh lemons. Wear yellow and a smile. Laugh in the face of danger, using your gut instinct to fight or fly. The Astro affirms courage, enthusiasm, vigor, and initiative. Go with your feels as it peaks with the full moon in Gemini. Get out of your head and use your instincts to navigate your way and act on your desires. But watch out. Watch out for acting on impulse and losing patience in your struggles. Like I told my daughter, TLC, we have to use our intelligence with our intuition. And she came up with a compound word, intelluition, right? So heed your intelluition. Do what it tells you. But be careful not to be too aggressive and reflexive. Don't rush to judgment. Instead, observe and think with your heart and feel with your mind first. The symbol for the solar plexus chakra, let me show you on my chakra chart, my chakra shawl, is a 10-petaled lotus flower. Each petal represents the negative qualities that we need to overcome. They are unhappiness, foolishness, delusion, disgust, fear, shame, deception, jealousy, ambition, and spiritual ignorance. In the middle is an inverted triangle that represents fire. It symbolizes the raging flames of our reality, the reality of our experience in this physical plane of existence. You know, reality is what you make of it. It's all a matter of perspective. I heard a saying somewhere that goes, If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. Know that what looks real is not real at all. Not always. And in my 61 years of life, I learned that it is not always what you think it is. I believe there are forces at work within us and those beyond the visible that are setting us up on the stage of life to fail, freeze, or fret. Do not be afraid, for greater is He who is in you than he that is in the world. That's from the Bible. So I leave you with that, and I hope you have a great day. Looking forward to the full moon in Gemini tomorrow. Until then, I honor the God in you and me. Namaste.